Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. It's been a already long morning. I got up super early today. I think I woke up at 5 today. I was up at 5, went upstairs and did some work in my office for a little bit, and then I had to take Brooklyn to work. And when we leave this early for her to go to work, it's like through the school, everybody going to school hours. So it's much longer everywhere you go. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna be ready for my day. And today I woke up and looked at the weather and it was showing rain all day. So I was like, okay, we'll probably be inside all day. It's gonna be one of those days. So I'm like, I'll wear my leggings, long ones, because it's not usually that cold, and just a top because it's different. But then I woke up and I looked at like our little weather temperature thing for outside. It was showing a real feel of 95 degrees. I'm like, what? I'm like, how is it 95 degrees with all this rain? And then there was like a tornado warning and all that. So I don't know, I think there's stuff going through the area. So it's definitely rainy and windy and super humid outside. And so I'm like, I don't even know what the weather's gonna be today, but I'm like, I'll wear leggings for now, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to change if we decide to venture out today, which I think we will if it doesn't rain all day. See what the day does. But what I'm gonna do today, because yesterday was a little bit different, I had a late start, is I need to make some food. So I'm like, let me get hold of my food done for this morning, get everything made. I've got a little list here. I sat last night and made a list for today and for my Gather Your Fragment Friday tomorrow. And then I can focus on school today because I'll get all my food done, and then I'm gonna have to pick up Brooklyn. And then it's gonna be school, getting that done. And then if it doesn't rain, we'll go head out to another park today. So it's gonna be good. So first thing I'm gonna make is pancakes. I'm gonna be on this roll of the mini pancakes because my kids like them. They love them, they eat them up. And then today I'll make them for breakfast. And then tomorrow morning, I also have to leave early for a couple doctor appointments. We're starting to get the appointments for everybody. So they had their eye appointments, that's done. Now I'm on to medical doctor appointments. So I've got to get that, it just takes time because there's 6 people to get into the doctor. So it's going to take, I'm like, okay, we'll just do it. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to leave in the morning. And I thought, why don't I just get breakfast done now, so then tomorrow they can just have this for breakfast. So we're going to make a double bigger batch of pancakes. So I'm going to use my little squeezer tool, do a bunch of tiny ones over here because they like it. So you guys ready for a good day? I'm ready for a good day. It's going to be make food all day. Gather your fragments because I'm looking around, seeing what I can use up, but it's not really using up because it's on my list. I'm going to make kind of some casserole things today because I've got those brats for Greg. So I thought, why don't I just do a smaller casserole for the kids? Just something easy. So it's going to be food, focused on food for kids today once again. So let's get pancakes rolling and start mixing them up. I think I'm going to do the sprinkles. Remember, I sprinkled them on top. I think I'm just going to mix it in the batter this time. I feel like that's going to be way better than kind of sprinkling on every single tiny pancake. So let's get going. I'm going to get my mixing bowl out. We're going to mix up pancake batter. All right, let's go. Don't you ever just have a brain, I'm like, fart? I was just thinking, something's called brain fart. I was just thinking, I'm like, in my mind, I'm really good with math. Like, that's something I do enjoy doing. I enjoy multiplication. I enjoy doing those. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, I just couldn't think how to make that because I did 5 cups of mix. So I was like trying to figure out how much that is added in there. So it's good. You can always stir, and if it's not good, you can always just add more. So let me, this looks good. Actually, what I should do is my little glass measuring one because then I can pour it into the little bags right here. Let me get some maple flavoring. Okay, that was a little bit more. I was like, it was a little bit more runny, so it just wanted to plop out. So I'm like, I have to be careful. So I gotta go get something to put it in. Let me go get a container. Okay, these things go real quick and real fast. I was just thinking about it. I was talking to a girlfriend, and she has some little ones, and she had a rough night with them, and she's like, I'm just trying to get through with coffee today. And I thought, and I was showing a picture. I said, this is what I'm doing today, making mini pancakes. She's like, oh, I couldn't pull myself together. And I said, yeah, when I had little kids, I didn't pull myself together at all. I think back when I had them all little, breakfast was I did not like making breakfast at all because it was so much work. It was a lot because you're so exhausted from working, from not sleeping, mind you, and then getting up. It's like the last you want to do is get motivated to make breakfast. So I would always make it before a freezer. That's where my freezer meals came from for breakfast, because it was just easier to make a big batch of these and freeze them. So if you're watching videos and then you've got little young ones at home, let me cook that a little longer. Don't look at these videos, or you see like ones where they feed their toddler and they're all these fun little tiny foods and you're like, that looks so amazing. But remember, it's just one video. It's not every single day. And if you watch my video, my kids are all sleeping. My kids are all in bed still. Nobody's awake. They're not even here bothering me. So it's easy for me to make a big batch of these. If I had little ones, like back in the day, I would look at I have on my blog more when they were little, and I would have done batch cooking like once a month is what I would do, and it would be crazy. It would be like a day I would plan nothing else. My kids would just basically run around like, in their jammies all day, and it would be like just make them as much food as I can. I had my whole do we have that table? We did have, do we have that? No, we had I'm just thinking what table we had. Well, actually no, we wouldn't have had that table. I got that one. It's been a little while. Anyways, I don't even know, whatever, but we had a table. We've always had a big table like that. And so that table would be covered with cookies. I remember my girlfriend, she was over when I was doing baking one day, and she was like, and there was just cookies the whole counter, and her little girl, just because they didn't have food sitting all over the counters all the time, she just walked by and just reach up and want to grab them. I'm like, that's fine, no big deal. And she's like, she's just not used to a bunch of that sitting out. I'm like, no, that's normal. I'm just getting this food done. So, but I would do that, and then I would freeze it. So then I just pull out the bags and have it. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy day because everything else falls apart. You make simple meals. You don't worry about everything being so perfect. Kids have cookies, have snack. They ate your baked goods. It was fine. It was just like chaos. Throw a TV show on, whatever you got to do, just to survive through that process, because it does get to be a lot. So if you see me making these, don't feel bad if you're buying or eating cereal today for breakfast. There's nothing wrong with cereal. You just got to do what you can do in your stage of life. So, but I had to be reminded of that this morning. I'm like, wow, think of how much different it is now. I can make mini pancakes all day long if I'd like, but back in the day, it was just like survival mode and trying to get through. So these are good. My kids like them. Every kid loves mini ones, right? I mean, adults, I like them too. They're kind of fun having the small ones. So, okay, this worked out better to do the, what is it called? Sprinkles inside there for sure. So we will have a ton. I'm probably gonna have a couple containers because they'll eat this up, and then we'll have enough for tomorrow and probably the weekend, I'm sure. While this is cooking, I'm gonna go back and flip laundry real quick. I'm gonna trade off for this pan. I think the big lasagna pan will fit way more in there. Oops. It's like you don't want to let go of this because it's going to squirt batter everywhere. All right, good. Let's get these next ones done. So I'm moving right along. What I did is, these are cooking, getting there. Ooh, that's noisy. And then over here I put in, I've got some water boiling. I'm gonna make pasta, broccoli with chicken, because they love that. They love that. It's easy for lunch day with the, we add Parmesan cheese to it with broccoli. Pasta's simple. And then Stephen asked me, he said, can we have the rest of that chicken for lunch? He's really liked it. And it was good. That buffalo chicken from Sam's Club, really, really good. So I was glad to get that. And then this, I'm gonna make some soups. They wanted, one of my children would like some chicken noodle soup. Just feeling a little like, you know, just a little bit. And they said, make some soup. So I said, awesome. So I put some chicken in there I had. It was the rotisserie chicken. I just kind of broke it up, put some of that in there, cut it up. Veggies, chicken bouillon, and garlic, and hot pepper flakes. I never used to use hot pepper flakes, but now that they're older, we like that extra spice. So I'll let that come to a boil, and I'll put some noodles in there. I think I have, see if I got some, do I have soup noodles? Or do I just have, I was using those noodle O's, like the spaghetti-o kind. Oh, I do have some right here. So I'll put some of this in there, make some soup, and then that's good. That'll be, lunch will be here. I'll get that done. We're rolling. I'm trying to get it all done today. My goal is to get done here in the next, I hate when I do that, the next hour. That would be awesome, which I think I can. I think I can do it. I'm not making too much more. I just gotta make a dinner. Oh, that's the worst. That happens. That happened again. All right. All right, we'll just have to reflip those. It's good. Let me see what kind of pasta I have for the pasta broccoli. Usually like the bow tie, but I don't have any of it, so we'll use this corkscrew one, I think. This one will work good. We'll do that for the water, and then I've got broccoli out, and then it's good. It's doing really good. I was gonna go flip my laundry. I got one more load of towels to throw in. Let me flip this over and put another batch in, then I'll do that. So a good day, getting stuff done. We've got school to do today, and there's like no chores. Like the house stays clean. Like, is it because the kids get older, or is the house just better to take care of? I don't know. Or is the mess just upstairs and I don't see it? Either way. I don't know. Maybe having them all in one room, it seems to get messier with the girls, but separated, they have their own space. I don't know. Who knows? I'm sure. I mean, I know I can go through and like deep clean. Like I'm looking at my baseboards, and I'm like, I could definitely go and clean those off, but another day. Another day. Okay, so flip this back over quickly. I'm gonna put the pancake on top of that one. Perfect. And put these in here. All right, so all these pancakes, there you go. Breakfast for a few days, for sure. The soup, I just added the pasta to it. It doesn't take too long. I just put the lid on it, shut it off. It'll just kind of cook as it's sitting there. This is almost boiled. I'll add the noodles to it. It's good. Let me go see my next thing to start. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is start on my dinner while this is cooking away. I'm gonna make something, I made it back in the mountains, and it's called penny supper casserole. And I was like, why is it called penny supper casserole? I didn't really know why. I saw it like in an Amish cookbook, and it was, I think somebody said because the hot dogs are cut like in coins, so it looks like pennies. Could be. So what I'm gonna do is, I just have to make a small batch to remember it's not everybody eating. It needs 1.5 pounds of potatoes, and you wanna cook them up and dice them up. So I was looking at, I have this frozen. I know that's not going to be, it's 1.5 pounds. So I Googled how many roughly 1.5 pounds is for dice. It's about 4 cups. So I'm like, that's about 2 cups. So I'm thinking I'm going to peel some potatoes. I'm going to get my little dicer out. Let me get that out. The kind of pieces. This is one of my favorite things. I have this in my Amazon store. It's a great little chopper. A bunch of brands make it now. It used to be, I don't even know who the company was. It started with a V. Originally made it, but now everybody makes it. So what I'm going to do is let me peel these. Do I have to peel them? Yeah, I should peel them. Let me get a bowl here. Let me get a bowl. We're going to work over here today. So I'm going to peel these, and then I'll slice them real thin and do diced potatoes in here. I'm thinking like maybe 4 of these is going to be enough. I don't know. We'll have to do some thinking here. It's weird, the potatoes are in the refrigerator, so they're cold. But this recipe is just simple, and it's like one of those just plain ones, and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty good. It's like a comforting meal, like a nice fall casserole. to make something easy to throw together. I grabbed hot dogs that we had leftover because that weekend, wasn't it last weekend I didn't make the hot dogs all the way. I just had a couple kids, so I think we just made 2 hot dogs. So I put the rest in the freezer. We didn't even cook them, so it worked out. So I'm gonna put those in here as well. So I just have to boil these so that they are cooked. So let me peel this real quick. Yes, the peels. And no, I don't ever use a potato peeler, and I do not like a potato peeler. I probably never will. People say you should take this and salt and pepper them and put them in the oven. Maybe. I just, like, for me, I see like that. So we're not gonna eat that on there. And yeah, there's a tiny little bit of potato right there, but I always look at like and think of the amount of food that everybody throws away. Everybody, not everybody, most people. So let's just rephrase that. And I think, I know they throw away more than those little potato peels in their daily life. I know they do. And if they don't, they go out to eat, and those restaurants waste that kind of food. So that little bit, it's so much faster and it's good. So, okay, I'm just gonna slice these right here, and then we're gonna put these through here. Can you see? There we go. Feels roughly 3 cups, I'm thinking. So that would probably, I need about 4 cups. That'll be perfect. So I'm gonna put these with some water and salt. Let them come to a boil. Not add the frozen ones in there. Can I actually probably just, well, these are already gonna be cooked. Let me put some water in here and boil these. While we're waiting for that, let me wash some dishes here. I got the dishes done. My pasta I just drained. I'm gonna put in here some broccoli. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, since all my stuff is frozen solid, because you know that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna put these in another pot. Microwave would be great. And just take, my microwave's not huge, so it takes a long time. So I'm gonna put in the potatoes, these hot dogs, and just turn it on to let it heat up, because the hot dogs are frozen. I don't want to, like, you know, slice and cut myself. So I'm gonna let those kind of heat, and I'll pull those out, and then I'll slice them up. We'll mix everything in there, and then I'll put the cream mushroom soup because it's frozen in there. We'll mix it up, put it in a casserole dish, and bake it. Simple. Okay, we're gonna do things a little bit different. I'm literally gonna take the hot dogs out so I can cut them. I know. Use tongs. I'm just gonna use my fingers. And then I've got the hash brown potatoes in there, and I put a little bit of water so that they kind of would steam, so they wouldn't be like a solid, you know, brick in there. So let me be careful. Put that in there with the lid so I can keep thawing just down low. My broccoli's cooking, and we'll just dice these up real coins. I think that's the penny casserole. The soup turned out, look at this. That's the chicken noodle soup. Delicious. Oh, smoke right there, that'll be good. This will be delicious right here. Spicy and yummy. Kind of get this to separate a little bit because it's just big chunks of potatoes, that's all. I don't want to smush it. It's just got to kind of steam a little bit. This is very simple. It's basically pasta, broccoli, olive oil, and some spices. You can salt and pepper, staple. I had that Kinder spice. I got that because some of my kids are learning to cook, and they like to experiment. They like to buy. I keep saying learn to do it like without just individual spices, but they like to have one that combined, and I'm okay with that. They're learning their way. They'll realize that it's $6 a bottle for that, where it's way cheaper buying it separate. But it's all part of learning the process. So this, you just add Parmesan cheese to it. We've added where it's like grated. I don't like that kind of this where it's like the stringy kind. So this is a winner for the kids. And then let me see here. A few more minutes. This is gonna be awesome. So this is gonna be lunch right here today. Okay, so this is pretty much thawed in here. There's still a big chunk here, but that's okay. So it'll be a little bit of the real, chunk potatoes, like where they're kind of mushy, because that's what they are. Frozen those, and let me add hot dogs to them. Now you're going to end up adding 1 can of cream of mushroom soup to this. I'm going to do my frozen one, so I'm going to do 2 of these. And again, they're frozen solid, so we'll put it in the pot here. I should just put it in the slow cooker. That's what I'm thinking. I probably should be doing it instead of sticking it in here. Let me do some thinking here. I'm going to do this. Because everything's frozen. If it's not frozen, you have to worry about it, but let me see for a second. Okay, over here now, what I was gonna do, I wasn't sure how I was gonna mix up the casserole. I'm gonna mix it separately and put it in a casserole dish. So here's the hot dogs and potatoes. Those are gonna sit on there for a minute. I've got in a pot the cream mushroom because it's frozen solid. So I'm gonna take a change of direction and do this. I'm gonna make cornbread right now. Does that make it so pretty? Okay, I'm trying to figure out lighting here. Like if I have I see this myself, to me it's all fuzzy. I don't know what it looks like on camera when I edit it, so it's gonna be trial and error. But anyways, cornbread. I'm gonna make cornbread. I was thinking yesterday about it, and I'm like, why don't I make cornbread tonight, and we'll see how that rolls for kids and liking it. It's been a while. It's one of those things that if you don't have it for a while, maybe it'll go over well. We'll see. And then I was looking at my cookbook. I don't even have this in my cookbook. I'm like, what? Who doesn't put cornbread in there? I guess we just got away from eating it. So I had to go back to my blog and find this recipe. This is a sweet cornbread. When we moved to North Carolina, the kids and I did a tailgate market. When we first moved there, it was literally right down the mountain, and they would go there and sell different things. And so we sold food. We'd make sandwiches and subs and just and be able to sell each Thursday. And we did cinnamon rolls too. So it was good. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Sugar. Hold on, let me add this, and then when I'm talking, I will. Okay, I don't want to mess that up. So we would make food and take it to the tailgate market and just make it down there and eat it. Well, one time I made chili and cornbread, and I'm like, ooh, I love our cornbread. I know it's going to be delicious. I had a couple Southern people eat it, and they're like, oh, what is that? It tastes like cake. And I'm like, it's cornbread. And they're like, oh, no. Down south, you have the savory, that's like salty, like a cornbread. And I was like, oh, I did not know sweet cornbread was not a thing. And so I learned, but I don't like the other cornbread. I just grew up with the sweet. So it's just kind of funny how different areas, different kind of taste. So we like sweet cornbread. That's what we grew up with. It's yummy. So this is gonna go in here because the trash. Okay, I'm checking everything. I got 2 eggs in this, and then it's milk, and then it's margarine butter. I have to do this for the other recipes. Mix that together. Sweet cornbread. It's like one of my favorite things. I just haven't made it in a long time. So we'll see if it goes over well tonight. So, but I don't have it in my cookbook. I was like, that's a strange thing. Perfect. Look at that. Get my spray. We're just gonna slide all this up. Did I do that right? I think I did right. Corn nut flour. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Sugar. Spray this. Doesn't stick. Baking powder, 2 eggs, milk, and margarine. Okay. Look at that. So this is going to go in the oven at 30 minutes. 30 minutes for what? Didn't put that on 350. That sunshine's coming out. That's a good thing. Hopefully blow away those storm clouds. Okay, so I'm going to finish constructing this casserole. So we add peas to this. Hold on, I need a spoon now. This is pretty. Look how it's stuck to the side of that pan there. Okay, so I'm going to use this here. So it's got potatoes, peas. Now my potatoes are a little bit, some are going to be a little smushy because they were refrozen. That's okay. So let me add over here. This you add the soup, you add butter, which is different, I think. Mustard. Squeeze some mustard in here. And then I'm going to do onion powder because I have no onions. onion powder will work, and pepper. Always add a little salt too. Let's see what that flavor comes up with. It's still a little different. I think maybe originally I put cheese in it too, but I'm gonna leave the cheese off because of so everybody can have it. And if we want it, we can sprinkle cheese on top. It's so windy out. Okay, and then you just mix it all together. Okay, the flavor's really good. It's like one of those strange casseroles where you're like, this is actually really good. So I'm gonna just pour this on here, and then we're gonna stir it, and I'll put it in the 9 by 13. Look at how that's done. Shame. I'm gonna stir this together. Okay, I didn't film it, but I did put it in the oven. I covered it with foil and put it in the oven. So it tastes great and it's delicious. Let's see what, I think I got one more thing to make. Okay, I'm gonna make dessert tonight too. So one thing that I know Steven's been asking me for a long time is homemade chocolate pudding. I haven't made it in a while. It's simple. It's so simple to do. You put it all together in the stove, whisk it. It's simple. So I'm gonna put all the ingredients in here. I'll put the recipe on the screen. My favorite is when everything flies everywhere. It's good. It's good. So you basically just put your sugar in here, your cocoa powder, and your cornstarch. That's gonna thicken it. And sugar, right? Sugar, cocoa, cornstarch, and a little bit of salt. And then you're just gonna mix in your milk. So I'm gonna use this milk so that Jensen can use it too. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna whisk this together. When I'm whisking this, I wanna ask a question. So Jensen deals with some of the, I actually have 4 kids that don't do well with dairy. So we just can either avoid it, or like back in the day, we had no idea. We're like, oh, just don't drink milk. And so now I know, what you can do for all those things you can do. So is it better? Tell me why would I not just do the lactose-free milk? And even like the lactose-free sour cream. I understand that cheese is not real cheese, so you can't get away with that, but you can do hard cheeses. Or everyone says just take a pill, the lactate pill. What is better to do? Is it like for a long term for them? Is it like they'll never be able to go back to regular milk and that stuff like that, you know what I mean? I don't know, like what is better, taking a pill to suppress it? Or so that you can get the nutrients from like the regular foods versus like, processed cheese that's made with who knows what, and not having a lactose. Okay, give me your thoughts. Like, no, I'm curious. I'm curious now. I can Google it, I'm sure, and look it up, but you guys have a lot of knowledge on here. Like to get opinions, that's always a good thing. So let me know. Let me know if it's better just to take a pill when you're eating it, so will that help long term, or just avoid it and let their body naturally, work its way out. Because it's not like we're having whole foods all the time. We're eating processed stuff, so it doesn't really matter the little bit of cheese that they have. I don't know. Let me know. So this is great. You just whisk this, bring it to a boil. You're gonna add butter to it and vanilla. I was debating to keep that cornstarch in the plastic container or the glass. I usually buy cornstarch in a box, and that was why I think I originally put it in the glass container. But I think the last time I got it at Sam's Club, maybe, probably. So, I'm gonna let this close. I need a washcloth and pick up my mess here. Simple, easy. That's what you do, is just whisk it and let that sit for a minute, and then I will stir it again. So do I put it in little individual cups because that's fun, or a big giant when you scoop it out? What's easier, scoop out or individual? Okay, Okay, so this is done. I just ended up pouring in a dish. This is perfect dessert. So let me put this in the refrigerator and we'll do, I got a few more things to do. Okay, I'm gonna do, I think another thing I'm gonna do, I've been trying to use my mixed nuts up. I did grind up a bunch, so I have a lot of peanuts all chopped up. I even chopped up some almonds because I had tons. I'm gonna make sugared nuts. I haven't done this since maybe last year. I think last year I made this at Christmas time. I've got a tiny little bit, so I'm gonna make a small version of it. Real easy, very simple. So you basically have to get 2 egg whites foaming. So make sure you get that. Next time, just put in a bowl that it fits. I should have did the 2-cup measuring cup. We're gonna carefully put it in here. I have nuts. I'm gonna go get some cashews too. And then I'm gonna toss it with sugar. And we're gonna do cinnamon. And a little bit of salt. And just stir it up. Oh yeah, bake these delicious. So you put them in the oven. I think it's about a half hour. Let me look. 300 for about a half hour. Let me see what my stuff in there looks like now. So the casserole's out of the oven. The cornbread is still cooking, probably about 2 more minutes. Popcorn was the last thing on my list today. I wasn't gonna do it, and I'm like, you know what? It's good to have for munching and grabbing, so I have to do it tonight. So they love it. If it's here, they'll eat it. So I'm just gonna put this in here. My coconut oil is finally thick. It's been a little while since the mountains, actually. Okay, I'm all about trying to see how much I can get done quickly. So it's 1/4 cup of oil and 1/2 cup of seeds. So can you double that and just put that in there? Will it not burn? We're gonna see. This is awesome. I've got all my food done. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, extra of course, a dessert, and snack. How good, and some little nuts, those will be fun to snack on. So now I'm done in the kitchen, thank goodness. I'm like, okay, it's definitely very warm. So the temperature is not, it was cooler yesterday, it's not today. So I'll be changing for sure to go out today. So I'm gonna get kids, we're doing chores and they're doing school, that kind of stuff. We're gonna get that focused for the next few hours. And then I'll be back and finish our day, because you've already seen school, you've already seen chores. We're gonna put some eggs, I got some eggs over here, and put the eggs into the refrigerator, fill that thing up, laundry put away, floors vacuum, dishes put away. Easy. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. So it has been a little while since I shut off my camera. What happened? What did I do this afternoon? It rained the entire day. It's been like stormy, like tornado warning weather all day. Very strange. So I picked up Brooklyn, came home, and then we chilled. I didn't do a whole lot. I actually came up and started looking up some stuff online, been on the computer just looking, and I'm like, I gotta like edit today's video. So I just finished editing today's video. It's like 5 o'clock right now, and we were gonna do the park today. That's not gonna happen because it's just like stormy weather outside. So no field trip or no exploring today, and that's okay. We'll do it a different day. The food is delicious, like delicious. Everybody, they love the pancakes. Lunch came around, they all, I think there's only a little bit of the pasta left and chicken. Chicken got all eaten up for sure. And then dinner, the casserole, we're gonna eat that in a little bit here. That tastes really good, and cornbread, can't wait for that. The sugared candied nuts, oh, so good. I forgot how good those were. So those were delicious. Greg took some too. He's like, let me take some of those to work. So it's gonna be a delicious, delicious night tonight. So I'm gonna close today's video because you know what? I can get some other stuff done today. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm gonna see you tomorrow with another video. We're gonna make some food. We gotta gather, even though we've been making food like every day, we're gonna gather fragments for the weekend as well. So it's gonna be some more food making. So come back tomorrow and we'll do some more cooking. All right, see ya, bye.